Alright guys, Kazoo71 here. I want to show you how to tame a Tropeognathus, or a tropy, or trope as we call them. So first you got to find them. Now I know this has been out for a while, so people have videos on these guys. I just want to show you guys a way to do it. Buddy of mine on my server showed me how to do this, so I want to show you guys how. I've never done one of these before. This is the first time trying to tame one. This is my first attempt. And I'm going to show you guys after this attempt here the wrong way to do it, and just a couple of hints about this thing. So these can only be tamed when they are bola'd, and you can only bola them with a chain bola. Regular bola won't work. So you got to get them in a trap, and they will follow you. They are very aggressive. If you peck them, they'll follow you. They're like a Tropeognathus. They will they can fly right, left, up, down, that kind of stuff. They're super fast. So just like a tappy, if you remember when you scare a tappy, they bolt. So these guys are just as fast. They can pick you off your mount, and they can pick you off the ground. And if you knock them and hit them and get out of their grip, they will grab you again. I'm not going to show you guys this, but I got grabbed multiple times with this one while I was trying to run away. Not this one, but another one. And then I'll show you guys a part where it does grab me, but not the part where I got grabbed multiple times. It didn't kill me. Good thing I had pretty high health, pretty good armor on, got away from it, flew away, got it back in the trap. But the key to these guys is you need to let them starve. Now, I'm going to show you guys why in a second, but once you bola them, you can feed them right away. Don't feed them the first time. If you feed them the first time, you will mess up, and this will be very bad. So I'm using 4 dino gates. They don't have to be metal. You can use stone ones. And then I'm going to use a ballista turret. 3 metal pillars, or 3 pillars, and 2 ceiling tiles. Now we're using superstructures, so with superstructures we can use a medium pillar, which is 3 high. So, but if you want to make them, just make it 3 high. 3 pillars will do. You don't want it in there, you want it right outside of it, just like I'm going to set it right here. And then I'm going to put these 2 ceiling tiles up there, and these ceiling tiles are going to go into the trap so that it can't get out. Now I might have that a little far out there, so just kind of think about this for a second. Yeah, I'm going to move it in a little closer. It needs to be a little closer than that. That's a little far out, and that was a big gap. You might be able to get through that. Now, just like a Tropeognathus and RG, these guys can't fit through what a pterodon can fit through. So a pterodon can get through bigger spaces. So there we go. That'll work. So now I'm going to put this ballista turret where I can reach it and where I can shoot it. And as you can see in a minute, I have this in the wrong spot. But I just want to make sure that I can get in that. I can if he's right there where I was just pointing at. So now I'm going to grab these chain bolas that are super heavy. And I'm going to split them in half. Put half back in there, and I'm using dino storage too. That's what that was. That's a soul terminal I'm using. And of course my buddy's asking me where I'm at, and telling him I got it in a trap and everything. So now all I got to do is I got to get it in this trap. Now you can put the dino gate, excuse me, in the last door and put it to open and just close it like I do with some of my other traps. But you can also put it in your inventory. I have it in slot number 1. So what I'm going to do is once it gets in the trap, I'm going to throw that gate behind it and just lock it in there. Now, keep in mind if you're using superstructures or structures plus, if those things are automatic and you actually touch that door, that trophy is going to get out and it's going to fly away, and you're going to have to redo it all. So be careful when you use those things. If you're going to set them down, set them and put them on manual. There he is right there. And I hate trying to look straight from a pterodon. You can't really see. But let's go grab him up here, and we're going to fly him back down to the trap. He got pretty high up here. That's okay. All I'm going to do is get his attention by pecking at him once. Now, he can pick you off your pterodon, so do not slow down when you're doing this. Make sure you stay ahead of him, or he will grab you and chomp you, and you beat him up. You'll probably fall to your death if you don't have high health like I do. But see how fast he is? He's keeping up with me, and I'm almost sprinting. I'm like sprinting and slowing down. I just want to kind of go to the front of the trap. But there, he's right there. He's staying on me. Man, he is fast. All right, so I'm just going to fly into the trap. Whoop, he got me. He could have grabbed me off right there. He got me, see? He didn't really grab me the whole way, but he did grab me there. So he's in there. I'm going to grab the gate in my inventory, and like I said, I'm going to put it behind him. and we're good to go. Now, all we got to do is put him in the Chain Bola and tell him, buddy, that I got him. So, and see, I can't hit him. The ballista is not in the right spot. I didn't do this correctly. So I'm going to pick it up and move it. Again, using superstructures, you can do this, and I have things allowed to be picked up on my server. So if you're not doing that and you're playing on single player or something and you can't pick stuff up, man, you'd have to remake that thing from what I just did. Now to load it, you're going to click the right mouse and it's going to load it. And there we go. Now he's down. Now I'm just telling him I got him down, but as I told you, don't put him down. And I'll show you guys why in a minute. Do not feed him the first time. If you feed him the first time, you will never be able to feed him again. And I mean, what I mean by never is, I mean like 2 or 3 days later, you may be able to feed him again. Just don't do it. Trust me, don't do it. I'll show you in a minute. It is very bad. So, see, I can feed it. I'm going to put the food in the last inventory, and it'll allow me to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let it continue to starve itself a little bit. Now, they used to do this when Ark first came out. People were starve taming, and I'm going to tell you, with most dinos, you don't need to starve tame. It works just as fast if you just put the food in their inventory. I've tested it, timed it, all that kind of stuff. But with the trophy here, the Tropeognathus, however you say that. Yeah, Tropeognathus. You gotta not feed it the first time. You gotta let it starve. So I'm gonna wait until it's kind of aggressive and comes back at me. So once it comes towards me, then I'm gonna bola it again. Then I can feed it, because it'll be the second time. And I'll show you guys after this part why, and you'll see the food inventory. But we'll go ahead and hit him again. And I'm just asking my buddy now, make sure I can feed it, because he's telling me what to do. And we're gonna go ahead and feed it this time. And there we go. So now that he's fed the first time, now the food's already dropped. He'll be hungry again when I hit him a third time. He'll already be hungry, and I'll be able to tame him. So it will work this time, because it's not slowly going down. And you'll see what I mean, and I'll show you guys in a minute. Just got to wait for him to get out and get ready to go again. And then we got to bola him a third time, and we should be good on this one. This one's going to go pretty quick. It's a lower level one, so it's going to only take the 2 extraordinary kibble. And you see I hit him too soon. He is not ready. You have a time limit on the bolas, just like the regular bolas. You can't bola things back to back. And there we go. We tamed the Tropeognathus. That's it, guys. That's pretty much simply how it goes. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. But if you want to see how you can mess this up and why I'm telling you don't feed it the first time, I will show you. Just hang on, and after I show you guys this thing close up, we're going to go to the next one where I tried to tame it, and I just wanted to test what he was telling me to see if it was 100% accurate for a video's sake. And trust me when I say yes, you do not want to try it the other way. It does not work. And these things have a jet saddle, so you put gas in the saddle and you can boost them with the C button. You can fly, or shift, I think, and you fly really fast. So here's the other one. Here's the second one I was taming. So I found another one. I got it in a trap. And I'll go ahead and lock it in, just like I did the last one. And then we're going to go ahead and bola him. Load the trap with right click, and then left click to shoot, and there we go. And we're going to go ahead and feed him the first time, because I'm curious if this is going to work. So, having a little trouble splitting my kibble there. Come on. There we go. And we're going to go feed him, and we are going to see what happens. And as you can see, the Dino Gateway opens if you don't have it on manual. So be careful, because he can get out. So I'll feed him. And this was the first time. The first time I boiled him. You can feed him right away, like I said. You don't want to do that. And I'm going to show you guys in just a second when I look at this food inventory why you don't want to do it. Because you can look at the food drain and the taming HUD, and you'll see that it's not going down. it's going down, but it's going down super slow. And then I'll show you guys how it works when you do it the correct way. So we're just going to wait for a minute. Wait for him to get mad again. I should be able to bola him again. There we go. You don't have to wait. You can do it that. And you see, not hungry. So you won't be able to feed him again like this. And you're going to keep wasting these chain bolas. You're going to keep doing it over and over and over again until you get so frustrated. So, and you give up taming it. And you'll be like, why can't I tame this thing? Well, I'm telling you why. Don't do it right away. So I'll flash forward a little bit there. So I'm looking at the taming hut. As you can see, the food drain is barely moving. It's still way up there. And this is the long time later. This is like 10 minutes later. And now I'm going to flash forward again. This is like the next day. So we are now 30 minutes of real time later. And I still cannot feed this thing. So 30 minutes of time has gone by. Total time since I first fed it. And it won't let me feed it again. And we've gone through a day and a night. It's very annoying. It's very frustrating. So here we go. I'm going to flash forward again, as you guys see. So he got out of my trap. I don't know how he got out the trap because I went away. I think if you get away, he's not focused on you. You can get out of those things if you don't have him close enough. So I'm going to lead him back into the trap. And for some reason, this is going to actually work this time. And his food's going to be down. Watch, he's going to grab me. Wait, he's going to get out first. And then... So I'm leading him back. I took the door out again, or I set the door to manual. What I did was, at one time I accidentally hit the door and he got out and I put him back in there. But this is not that time. This is another time. This is the time he just glitched out of the trap. So I'm going to go try to get the door and he grabbed me. And this is what happens when they grab you. So I'm going to punch him. Hopefully this will stop the tame is what I'm trying to do. Or hoping works. And I think that's what happens is when he got out of the trap, he lost interest. And then when he bit me and attacked me, the taming dropped to 0. Which is cool. See, there's no tame now. So I'm just going to hit him this time and set him down. That's why I just did the bola thing. And we're going to put the doors closed. And this time we're not going to feed him. Because he's down to 0. So this is like starting all over. Let me show you guys the food drain so you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and look at this. And as you can see, that food is drastically dropping. It's getting really hungry really, really fast. Now, if I feed it right away, it won't get hungry ever again. Like I said, you'll be like 2 or 3 days later on the game still trying to tame the thing. So you want that food to drop. Look at it. I mean, it's just going. This thing is getting seriously hungry. I'm not going to feed it the first time. But you see, I could. I went up to it and it would have allowed me to. But I'm not going to do it. So we're going to wait a moment, and then we're going to bola it a second time. Look at that food. It's going down. I'm just waiting for it to come at me. I want it to be mad. I just want to, and I'm making sure the food goes way down too. I don't want to make a mistake this time. Because I proved the theory right when he was telling me you can't do it. I tested it out just to make sure you couldn't do it, and he's 100% accurate. You cannot do it that way. I always like to check things out when people say things because sometimes people will tell you things to do and not do, and it's just because it's the way they were told to. But when you look at something like this, and my buddy was telling me what to do, he was 100% on it, man. You do not feed them the first time, I'm telling you. I can't say that enough. If you want to tame one of these, let it starve a little bit. The second time you bola it, then feed it. Otherwise, you will never get that thing tamed. All right, let's go ahead and hit him a second time. Look at his food down. His food is still way down, so we're good to go. All I got to do is get him bola again and feed him a second time, and he's going to be tamed. All right, that's probably long enough. Come on. What you waiting on? He ain't coming. I'm waiting for him to come at me is what I'm waiting for. He's probably not going to do it. Let's look at his food one more time. Still way down. Look at that. All right, he's coming at me now. Okay, cool. Now we hit him. And now we're good. And look at that, I can feed them. So 2 times that we tame the Tropeognathus. So there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful. Sorry this is a little long. I wanted to show you guys the right and wrong way to do it and why you don't feed them the first time. So thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you